Hey everyone, it's technology expert Burton Kelso with Integral here, sharing another tech tip to help you get the most out of the technology in your life. Today we're talking about speeding up that old Windows computer. It's a challenge to keep a computer going fast, especially the older it gets, but there are several things that you can do in order to speed up that old Windows computer, or even that new Windows computer. The challenge with Windows computers is, unlike Macs, you've got a different variety of models that you can get when you purchase. And the mistake that some people make is that they underpurchase a Windows computer rather than getting the computer that is right for them. There are certain specifications that you should look at in the computer, such as the processor and RAM, and even if you get a solid-state drive that you should consider getting when you get your Windows computer. We'll take some steps here to figure out what things that you can quickly do from a non-technical standpoint as far as speeding up that Windows computer. And then we'll take a look at maybe some upgrades that you can do with your computer to make sure that you are going to get what you need as far as speed is concerned on your computer. Let's switch screens here. We'll go through and figure out what you can do to speed up that old computer. Number one is you want to limit the apps that you have open on your computer. Now that's one of the things that's kind of hard because there's many programs that run in the background that can actually slow down your computer. If you've got utility programs running, antivirus programs running in the background, or if you have programs that start up automatically when you start your Windows computer, these can definitely slow your computer down. How do you how can you find out which is or what is slowing down your computer? Let's bring up the let's get out of this presentation and let's bring up the task manager, which will help you do it, or we can overlay over the presentation and bring up task manager. All right, let's switch screens and let's get to the task manager. There's task manager. It kind of fits over this slide here, but you kind of get the picture. And we'll take it up full screen, so that makes it a little bit easier. But anyway, Task Manager shows you all the programs that are running in the background. Some that you may know by looking at the identifier, such as Microsoft Office or Carbonite. Other programs you may not know, such as the Service Host program or anything that has Service Host or Windows on it. The ones that you want to concentrate on are the ones that you know, like, for example, I had no idea Skype was running on the background of my computer, which is a shocker to me. Skype doesn't necessarily take up that much room, but at the same time, it could be slowing down my processes if I have too many open. So what we want to do is we want to see a program like Skype and just locate Skype and close it, or from the task manager, you can actually right-click on a program and end the task. Once you end the task in Task Manager, it should eventually close that program down, allowing you to speed up processes on your computer. So here's another program, Windows Photos, that I forgot was open. So I'm going to end task on that, and it will stop that program from running. The more programs that you have running in the background will definitely slow down your computer. So you want to take care and make sure that you don't have a lot of stuff running on your computer. Next on our list is Desktop Clutter. Clean up that clutter. If you've got a ton of icons on your desktop, then you definitely want to make sure that you clean up those pesky desktop icons. What you can do instead is you can create shortcuts to those programs. So for example, on my desktop, I've got a ton of stuff running in the background, or not running in the background, but on the desktop. And it's not too much. But the thing that you want the shortcuts on your desktop as opposed to the actual programs themselves. So these pictures that you have up here are actual pictures. They're not shortcuts or aliases. But if we go to, let's go to Documents and bring that up. And let's say I want to have access to this scan PDF. I can right click on it. If I get it right. And then I can send to, and then tell it to go to desktop, and it'll actually create a shortcut Let's do that and close that down. And then let's get back to our desktop, and we'll find a shortcut, which there's one here for this VNC viewer, which is a shortcut. And then somewhere on my multiple desktops, there's a shortcut for that PDF file that we want. And what that essentially does is it allows me to quickly access that program, and it doesn't take up clutter on my desktop. What do we have next? Well, let's limit the number of browsing tabs you have open in your web browser. That's a challenge because web browsers are the main thing that we use with our computers. So let's open up Chrome, for example, and these are the example of tabs that are open. So there's Fox 4, there's Apple, Dell, etc., etc. As you can see, there is a lot of tabs out there on the desktop, and you definitely want to limit those tabs so that your desktop experience is a lot quicker on your computer, because your tabs will slow down your computer, especially on a power-hungry browser like Chrome. Chrome is a power-hungry browser, so you definitely want to make sure that you close out those tabs. Next on our list is the amount of RAM on your computer. Upgrade your RAM, ma'am. RAM, it basically is your workspace for your computer. The more RAM you have, the more programs that you can have running at the same time. How do you see how much RAM you've got on your computer? Well, it's pretty darn simple. You can just go to File Manager, and once you're under our File Manager, one of these days I'll get that right. You can go to this PC. Once you right-click on Properties on this PC, it'll give you all the specifications of your computer. This computer has 16 gigabytes of RAM, which is pretty darn fast. The max you can get on most computers is 32. Minimum is 4. So if you've got 4 gigabytes of RAM, you want at least 8 gigabytes in your computer. 16 gigabytes of RAM is going to be optimal as far as the type of, or how much RAM you have running in your computer. And then finally, the last thing that you could do to speed up that computer is to get a solid state hard drive. Solid state hard drives are different than your standard hard drive because there's no moving parts. Hard drives are like record players. I mean, the standard ones are. And so you've got a turntable or metal platters that rotate around like this, and it takes it a while to pinpoint, because there's multiple platters, that information. With the solid state hard drive, your computer is able to go directly to your information and pull it up, so your computer works a lot quicker. It's pretty darn easy to upgrade to a solid state hard drive. There's utilities that will allow you to copy or clone your hard drive so that your old contents of your hard drive will go to the solid state hard drive, and then you can plug it in and it'll be up and running. But solid state hard drives are the future of computer hard drives. Any old computer you have, it definitely will speed it up and make it run a little bit more efficient. So I hope these tips have helped you decide how to speed up your Windows computer and what things that you can do to upgrade it and make it run faster. You want to get at least an i3, an i5, or an i7 processor. Anything on your Windows computer that just says Pentium is a slow processor, but upgrading to a solid state hard drive or adding more RAM should increase it. So if you have comments or questions, leave them in the comment section below. We'd love to hear from you to find out what tech tips you'd like to hear in future videos. And speaking of videos and social media, be sure to subscribe, follow Integral on all the social media channels, as well as myself, Burton Kelso, the technology expert. Tips and tricks that are designed to help you get more from the technology that you use. Take care of yourself and do many things to make you smile, like me, and thanks for watching.